Yo, welcome to another Saturday night here on BMBBH. My name is Kev, and hey, let's get to it. A lot of stuff going on this week, and we got a whole weekend to address whatever. So let me start off by saying, for you who are watching live, please hit the like button on your way in. And if you are a part of the replay gang, then you can hit the like button as well. But thank you for your time and for your participation, especially in the chat at this time. We got Toya in the building. What's going on in Prepper 101? What it is. All right. So let's talk about some things about accountability. And, sometimes we as people aren't in control of uh, who making us accountable, and some of us actually are. And these two cases are such. What up, RPM? We got the Sassy Trucker, and we have Carlee Russell, the what's quickly becoming the Carlee Hustle. I mean, Carlee Russell hoax, where she made the claim that she was abducted after pursuing a random toddler on a highway. But turns out that the story wasn't true at all, and she lied to authorities. So, reason why I'm bringing this up is, contrary to popular belief, it is not about picking on said group of women, but it's just that we see these things. We are in observance of these things, and we just we just want a better look for our people. I don't know if some of you actually understand that, but it's something that I'm genuinely concerned about. And sometimes our people put us in a position to where we can't do anything for them, where we can't help them, and this blame is often, you know, put on black men for such. And just what's been going on in social media lately, with Tyreek saying that black men are accountable for all of these things, and Dr. Umar causing a stir, and just really strange happenings within this space. Um, we just sometimes we feel the need to explain ourselves. Some of us don't. We just move away from the troublesome topics, but we do owe it to ourselves to talk about these things and exactly what happens and why these things happen, and how we as black men could, I don't know, you know, come out of these situations unscathed. Petway boy, what's going on? So anyway, just make sure as you're walking in, please hit that like button. Um, yeah. So where do we begin? Where do we begin? Okay, I guess I'll talk about the whole Carly Russell incident because that's in my home state of Alabama. Um, yeah. Am I embarrassed because Carly Russell happened in Alabama? No, no, I'm not, because what we have a tendency to ask for is for things to be looked at on a case by case basis, and asking that an entire group of people isn't judged based on um the misgivings of a few. So what do you guys say? Do you think that the B Dub took an L by having these two incidences happen so close to each other? And maybe there should be a visit to the attitude and how they respond to people in public, which, we as black men can't tell them that anyway. We can try, but it's often visited upon with massive criticism. We say that people will say that we hate women and start to call us incels because we see this kind of thing is kind of mucked up, in the public perception. But one thing that I like to let people know is there's nothing we can do, if you're out in public doing it yourself to make it look better. We can say not all day. That's the first thing, not all. Another, I would say, defense mechanism would be to refer to something that a black man did, thus making it about gender, thus continuing to push a so-called gender war. So these stories have been taking all kinds of twists and turns, depending on the content creator. What I'm gonna try to do is be as fair as possible about this to make sure that I'm not pushing a narrative that targets a certain group of people. But we're also here to be brutally honest, and there are many reasons as to why this behavior keeps happening. So, Sweet Hoax, Alabama. What's up? UFO Kamikaze One. Let me share this screen. Hope everyone is having a good week. All right. Y'all to watch this news report here. Hold up. Make sure we got fair use across the screen. Oh God. There it is. Uh, fair use message going across the bottom of the screen. All right. I'll be reacting to this. But this particular news story is about it's about the Carlee Russell hoax incident. Pay close attention.
For the last week. It was a week ago she vanished on I-459. Carlee telling police she stopped to help a child on the side of the road and then she was kidnapped. She would escape days later in West Hoover. Carlee says she ran through the woods until she made it back home. That was late Saturday night.
Hoover police do not believe a child was on the side of the road at any point. Carlee's call was the only report they received last week. So what's next? WVTM 13's Lisa Crane has been following this story closely for the past week.
She joins us live again in Hoover this evening with an interesting perspective tonight on just about everything that we know so far.
Yeah, so many shocking details came out of that press conference yesterday. It was a lot to process, but we know police are still investigating this case. They did tell us yesterday they really couldn't corroborate any of the details Carlee Russell had given them. We spoke to a Birmingham attorney today to get his take on it.
That's what I think happened.
Eric Guster spent years as a criminal defense attorney. He says, like the rest of the country, he was pulled into the Carlee Russell case. He says while police didn't come out and
Yeah, I want y'all to listen to what this guy has to say.
say it at the press conference, the message was clear.
She said she was kidnapped and the kidnapping didn't happen. Our citizens are safe. There's not a kidnapper out there. So they use every almost synonym for lie except saying she lied.
He says the search for Carlee wasted the time and money of law enforcement and concerned community members. The father of murder victim Anaya Blanchard wrote about it on his Facebook page, saying his wounds had been reopened and it wasn't okay to bring his family into the search.
Imagine going and searching for someone and they're off doing something else and they're never in danger. And you're thinking about saving this person's daughter and yours was not saved. Beyond angry, super livid, that would be me.
Guster says he worries this case could affect future missing persons cases.
It's going to be much more difficult for African American women to be believed, and it may actually decrease the number of actual reports of things because people are already afraid that they won't be believed.
He says right now, Carlee.
Yeah, I will have to say that this is a pretty serious, embarrassing matter. Does it set women back a few years? it could quite possibly do that. We have this narrative out here about the, let's just say it, 64,000 black girls missing, and you got people doing stuff like this. If you are a believer in that narrative, I mean, there are missing persons across the country. And, the context of the language being used is there are so many people out there who still have their kids missing. Last report I heard was it was somewhat of a 800,000 black children still missing in the United States, but this was numbers from a few years ago, I believe, like 2015, and a total of 1.5 million black men missing. Um, it's it has to really be tough on family members. And I do remember doing a video on Anaya Blanchard. That case was pretty bad. Um, but yeah, this is what is on a person's mind when they drag out a lie such as this? I mean, let me see. There's a news report uh, that goes along with this article. It says brings up some of the points. Let me see. Is it this one right here? I think it is. Yeah. Um, all right, let me read this. Police said Wednesday they were unable to verify initial statements made by Carlee Russell, the Alabama woman who disappeared last week after she said she saw a toddler walking on the interstate. But officials did say that before she vanished, she made internet searches. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the part. Yeah, she made internet searches about paying for Amber Alerts, which I don't know how you could possibly do that. How to take money from a register without getting caught in the movie Taken. Wow. Police also said Russell told them she was forced into an 18-wheeler truck and taken to a home where a man and a woman told her to get undressed and then took photos of her. Um, let's see. There was some important stuff in here. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. They said on July 11th, some important stuff here. On July 11th, a search for if you have to pay for an Amber Alert. On Thursday, a search about one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville, Tennessee. On Thursday, a search for how to take money from a register without getting caught. Seriously? On Thursday, a search for about a, s- a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction starring Liam Neeson. Like, what makes a person just, I don't know. I don't know what makes a person think that doing something that nonsensical would actually work. Said also said something about she left the wig behind. I guess make sure that you knew she was in danger. Like if you know, see some of these comments down here. They said Kay Williams said the believe all women movement is falling flat more and more. So you do think that this affects the real victims of disappearances and kidnappings and abductions and traffickings. I mean, this rabbit hole goes pretty deep, as far as what's being pushed out here and what's actually going on. um Wait, you mean we can't believe all women? No, not if they, especially with the evidence that she lied. I couldn't sleep if I was doing that. I mean, I guess that means that you're a person with a soul. The things people do for attention. Yeah. Oh yeah, RPM. They said that she hasn't even been arrested yet. I said it was supposed to leave a week. You know it's serious. Well, I tell you, these folks. Okay. All right. Put this back up. All right. So, Chad, what do you think this was about? They don't arrest him for lying. There's no unless it's some type of unless it's in the process of another crime being committed, like there was an actual abduction. But she did what she did do, which the report mentioned, is she did waste resources. Maybe there's maybe they can do something with that, but do you guys believe that she should be charged based on uh, whatever law may be out there? Do you believe that she should be locked up for this? Black women are like Al Capone. They're Teflon done. I wonder when will the Sassy truckers trial be? Oh shoot! I mean, as much money as she's costed taxpayers. Yes, charge her. Say technically they can't arrest her for obstruction of justice, but they won't because black women will make a fuss about it. Yeah, she's gonna be arrested and her parents will be too. Give it time. This was an attempt to get people to think about how they would regret it if she was gone. Yeah, you have to understand one thing. The difference between these two cases is that Carlee Russell is in America, Sweet Home, Alabama, or Sweet Hoax, Alabama. The other one with the sassy trucker, Tierra Allen, is in Dubai. You know, one thing that I did say when the Brittany Griner case happened is that people have to learn how to move in other countries, not move into like picking up your stuff and moving. But once you're in on somebody else's territory, you need to learn the customs and the laws of that place, or you could be in some serious trouble. This one right here should be in trouble, but due to the outpour of sympathy that said group gets, it probably won't happen. She'll probably well, has she done an apology already? Because what I will say is she'll probably apologize, and you know people give her the side eye for a few years, and there will always be somebody that remembers. No, I don't feel bad for her either. I don't feel bad for her either. I wonder did she feel as if this. I wonder did she feel it would get this far. It will make national and international attention, which also cause a national and international embarrassment. Yeah. Should this story be an indictment of a group? And according to Dr. Umar, we as black men are accountable for this. We're accountable. According to Dr. Umar, we're accountable for her going over to another country. Well, not, oh shit. Not the sassy trucker too. Excuse me, but we're accountable for her lying and saying that there was a toddler on the highway, disappearing, say she was kidnapped by a guy with a bald spot and orange hair. I was thinking, what? She got kidnapped by Trump? They're already making excuses for her lying. Ricky Smiley put his cape on quick. Well, that's marketable. What did she do? She lied about being kidnapped. She said she saw a toddler on the highway. She left her stuff behind. She left her wig behind. They found her wig, and then she returned home on foot a couple days, after she was reported missing. And the story she told the cops, with the evidence that was discovered, does not match up. So it was concluded that she made the entire thing up. Man said, "Yeah, yeah. She's been getting Jussie Smollett comparisons all week. I mean, you should see the memes. Let me see. I think I got one on this slideshow. No, I don't. I should have put one up. Sorry. But either way, this isn't funny. This isn't funny. Just for simple reasons of we got people popping up missing every day in this place. She needs to be put in an asylum. Damn. Hurry up and buy what's going on. She look much different without the makeup. What the fuck? That's why they gotta have character, man. No matter how no matter how pretty they appear, you gotta have some character to go along with it. Got to be a genuine ass woman, you know? It's a huge disservice to women. Yeah, it is. Bad Hombre says she would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for the medley kids and this stupid dog. She needs to sit next to the sassy trucker in Dubai. There's one thing about her, about Carlee Russell. Like I said before, she's in America. She's going to have the tender mercies of being in Western culture. Yeah. Like I said, you're gonna have Ricky Smiley coming in, you're gonna have DL Hughley coming in, probably have Meg the Stallion coming in out of nowhere. Who is the other rapper? Sexy Red, walking in a school full of kids with two middle fingers up. The question you need to ask yourself is why would an elementary school or junior high school invite somebody like that up there anyway? Shit's ridiculous, but oh well. I heard her hometown is pissed because they started a vigil for her and sent in PayPal and other donations to their family. Yeah, how damaging a lie can be. I mean, it's like 10% relief because the person isn't in any real danger. But when you start thinking about the other 90%, then it really begins to piss you off. Yeah, we gotta do better. I agree. Hurry up and buy. We gotta do better. Yeah, but you know, according to some of these influencers, some of these activists, this is all black men fault. How could it be black men fault? Because I don't know. The only way that I could think of is that we as men, we don't hold them to a certain standard. You know, a standard that we must uphold ourselves. Of course, we can't just be going out here just lying about anything. Real full world order. Cybernetic G said it's black man's fault because she was so desperate to keep her boyfriend that it pushed her to lie. I mean, but I mean, you can go in circles all day explaining this, like, but they say they don't need us, that they're independent from us, and black men. What I tell you guys frequently is that black men are gonna get blamed for this shit anyway. So why are there certain men out there that feel like that we should shut up and not pay attention to shit like this? I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's cool. I wouldn't suggest that you uh become piping hot and get mad and just start clenching your fists and punch the air over some stuff like this. Just do like me. Just sit back, shake your head, and just laugh. Like, look at this stupid shit here. Once again, the man said light skin start. The man said light skin started it. It's Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. Yeah, I guess. She niggas. What up, dang one? Black men are the ultimate scapegoat in America. Yeah, whenever they do something, they always point the fingers at us. We made them that way. I mean, because her boyfriend had her digmatized, she felt compelled to lie. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was black men's fault. I knew it somehow, some kind of way. Well, somewhere somebody saying we got to pray for Carlee Russell. So let's. I'll just say that. You know, I'll even say what D.L. Hughley says. This girl needs Jesus. Boy, we cannot afford to have people out here lying like this. It's an embarrassment. You know, it's like it's like bonnets in public. No, I'm just playing. So let's see. So we're just here to talk about not just one person. We talk about another person. Talked about Carlee Russell and how her lie is very damaging for not only black women, but children who turn up missing every day. You know, to this other shit right here. We got the sassy trucker, Tierra Allen. Since Hybrid's here, I like to remind him of something. We often as black men will look at women like this and be like, well, she thick, so um, she might be able to get some leniency with some of us, but not in Dubai. Nope, not in Dubai. Not in Dubai. So let me see. Yeah, we got fair use scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Yep, yeah, told you, sassy trucker. I remember when I remember I was watching a content creator was like he was being very boisterous about uh women becoming truckers. He was like, "Oh, they becoming truckers now. Oh, they don't need us no more." I was like, "Just they, I don't. Okay, they can become truckers if they want. Nobody's stopping a woman from becoming a trucker. Come on, kid, that's a female. Hey, man, look, the country of Dubai gotta say that." So she got into a little accident in a rental car in Dubai. The irony of that is the photo on the right. She's actually in Dubai. She got into a little accident in her rental car, and she went to try to settle it up with the renter car place. He said the person, I think, which happens to be a man that was working at the renter car place, started yelling at her. So she decided to yell back. Now she has been detained in Dubai for months, and the crime that she's being charged with is screaming in public. Screaming in public. Sassy trucker was being sassy. Sickness is so oversaturated nowadays. It's nothing special about it. So these women need to humble themselves. Yeah, especially in Dubai. Okay, so let me go ahead and share this screen again. Go ahead, let's watch this news report. This one is on the sassy trucker. The irony.
Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai. Fox 26's Dominique Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Dominique.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City. But according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai.
So she was a passenger in a friend's rental car. So, so the problem wasn't even hers to begin with. She was a passenger. So it was already a reason for her to have left it alone anyway. But let's continue.
Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, she had stuff in the rental car, and they wanted her to pay some money. So dude started screaming at her about the money, and she started screaming back, and now she's being detained. Sad stuff.
Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent. She says result.
I'm out here in Dubai. Hold up.
Resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice.
Okay, this is Quanell X. I know very little about Quanell X. No, I know very little about him, but yeah, just listen.
In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do.
Okay, yeah, he just went. I mean, look, look. I agree. I agree. This the way she's being punished is very harsh. It's too harsh, and it's beyond what's necessary. But it doesn't matter how we feel. When you're in another country, you have to go along with its customs and its laws.
in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
I mean, it's not fair, it's not right, but life is not fair. Unfortunately, uh, I don't think this country is going to pull Brittany Griner with this one right here. So, what do you guys think in the chat? Do you think that she deserves what she's getting? Should this be a lesson to you know to anyone that goes to another country and decides they want to act a damn fool in in public places? And like like I was saying, is it's well, like anyone would tell you, is that it's men and women get treated differently in countries like that. It's it seems unfair, and this is the kind of thing that they say that they're fighting in America, this sexism and this misogyny, but over in places like that, they take it a full step further. They will put your ass in prison. Ain't no sitting up there trying to reason with them, trying to calm them down. No, your ass is locked up. This is where people want to go and uh, take their vacations and such, and they're okay with taking your money and enjoying the luxuries that they have to provide, at a cost. But once you get out of pocket, mm-mm. Now, am I glad this happened to her? Do I believe that this should be example to all of these, sassy mouth, flippant mouth black women over here? Look, I would say that this needs to be an example of, how good you have it over here. That there are motherfuckers that are not going to detain you for having a foul attitude. You know, why would they? They're making so much money off of it over here in the states in our system of capitalism. But over in Dubai, you know, put a lid on that shit. Yeah. But I'm one. I would say that I'm not celebrating this kind of thing. I'm not celebrating it. She is a human being. She it's just wrong place, wrong time. I know some of you, that watch these programs and watch these spaces. You you probably don't have at least as much sympathy as I do. I just wish that people wouldn't get themselves in such stupid situations. And now this young lady has to pay the price because, of the kind of attitude that, many of them get warned about by people like us, but won't listen. And I know that it gives a sense of comfort to some of these guys out here that this can happen, that this should be an example of, hey, you know what? Your mouth can get you in trouble in certain parts of the world, just not Western culture. Because, like I said, we encourage this, we make money off of it. Now, when I say we make money off of it, I'm not saying that, black men are just looking for, stories like this to, talk about these women, berate these women, and then make a couple super chats off of it. I'm not talking about that. I mean, I'm talking about the constant stream of reality shows that are in mainstream media and all of uh the websites that justify this kind of behavior. Like, you got your root, you got your shade room, you got your lipstick alley, you got all that stuff. And there's nothing that black men in the West can really do anything about. But we get blamed for this no matter what. We get blamed for this kind of thing. So just based on that weight, we as black men, we shouldn't give up our voice when we see shit like this. We should always be able to say something. I don't know if some of you see that as important or not. Some of y'all clowning in this chat. Shin Jedi Denobi uh, uh, says, yes, she deserves. Ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. Is that I don't think if it was a black man that it would have been any different. Yeah, yeah, you were saying that about Quanell X trying to use gender as a yeah, if it were a black man and they weren't a Dubai citizen, yeah, his ass would have been locked up, especially Tyrone. Tyrone would have been locked up quicker. Tyrone would have been Tyrone would have blinked wrong, he'd have been somewhere. The only difference is it wouldn't be a Ricky Smiley or a DL Hughley or a Quanell X. If they stay unchecked, they do exactly this. Keep our ass there trying to be passport hoes. Much to Western women's disappointment, men are heavily respected in other nations, especially patriarchal ones. Yeah, yeah. When you're doing it, when you're in a foreign country, you better stay on the right side of the law. Yeah, absolutely. Are they acting a fool on purpose to ruin black folks' international reputation as a way to cop block black men overseas? I don't. Well, if they are, it's a very bad idea. If a woman is determined to corrupt my kids and the courts back it, she'll be doing it alone. I refuse to have a front row seat to that bullshit, brutal honesty. Okay. Salute to Dubai. They got my approval. Everybody don't play that believe all women nonsense. Lock her ass up. FTK, keep that shit 100. They don't treat black men like human beings. When they are using family court and justice system against us, they are not acting like humans when they abort 1,000 babies a day. Uh, okay. And I'm glad they locked her ass up. No, fuck her. Let this be a message to these unruly B dubs. Oh, she has to watch 200 camel balls for this. God damn. If she hasn't learned her lesson, even after being kicked out of two countries prior to Dubai, then oh shit. Seriously? She's been kicked out of two other countries. Wow. That's not awesome. You get kicked out of two other countries. I guess for being sassy. And now she got to watch Campbell balls. She is bad though. I give her that. Yeah, but Dubai ain't saying that. Dudes in Dubai were like, "Homie, don't play that. Not up in here." Pink Book Lessons did video on her. She is regular in NYC. You can see that on the train all day. Okay. Or the six train, or the four train, or the six train. Okay. Nothing special. Yeah, man. So, so, so y'all don't feel bad for her, and I feel somewhat of a shred of humanity or whatever, but Yeah, the one thing I would say is, we have to keep pushing and pushing this message of, um, you know, everybody ain't gonna put up with that bullshit. Shoot, I believe in teaching, the ones we can teach, that everyone doesn't have the same ethic. That's one thing that I'm starting to feed my daughter little by little. Look, although Johnny may feel as if something isn't right or isn't fair, uh, Billy may be more ruthless than that. So you have to kind of move the same way with Johnny and Billy. Just you know, don't challenge them physically. Because although Johnny won't hit you, Billy might hit you, and then Daddy's got to take a shotgun to Billy's ass. There's so many things that can happen. There's so many consequences. I said, look at her face. There's even anger behind that smile. Sad part is that she would be the same sisters complaining why they're not protected. Yeah, this would be our fault because we couldn't go over there. We couldn't get our ninja military unit to go over there and pluck her out of that situation. That we as black men were not powerful enough to save her. How can you logically blame black men for this? Because what? Because we allow our women, we facilitate the condition that makes them into sassy people with loud mouths. We allowed them to have an attitude, so she didn't know any better going to Dubai. This motherfucker, Ray Hummer, the Hummer Force. What's going on, man? Baki's about to come out on Wednesday on Netflix. New season. So I know you're looking forward to that. Can't protect the group that doesn't listen to or respect you. Yeah, I got to be careful with that word allow. I mean, black men, we let sisters rock, man. In fact, a lot of black men have followed these sisters' leads, and it was a mistake. But you couldn't tell a lot of black men that. And this is what the results are. We got sisters getting locked up in other countries, and there's nothing we can do about it or can even attempt to do about it. Yeah, he said, see, read this, y'all. You have to be a fool to still argue with a B dub in 2023 going into 2024. You really have to be. I mean, that like I don't argue. I don't argue because of incidences like this, it lets me know that my archetype has a lot more sense, like better sense than to sit there in a foreign country, whatever the establishment is, and yell at the people without knowing what the laws are. D Rock Den, what's going on? Said her behavior is definitely childlike. Yeah, she's a social media influencer that drives a truck. She drives a truck and she thick. Man, we ain't gonna say that bitch. Fuck that. Shoot. Say we'll deal with the ones that's over here. They got sense enough to at least stay in the country and yell at motherfuckers. Shoot. God's beard. I can't. God's beard. I can't wait, bro. LOL. Salute, son. It's hot, raw. Yeah, man. Goblin from Spider Man lost his wife. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, these are cautionary tales right here. I would say both of these women, and yeah, like it or not, it is an indictment of the sisterhood culture that we have over here in the United States. It's something that will continue to get worse as long as we, as a group of people, not just the men, but the women as well, are not putting certain standards in place for this kind of thing to not happen. You know, the rules are different in other places. Just because there are brothers over here that are willing to put up with a loud mouth and a horrible attitude doesn't mean that all places are going to put up with a loud mouth and a horrible attitude. But apparently, we will put up with a lie. There are women around here who have lied and damaged and destroyed and, used up resources, costing taxpayers money, um, emotionally draining people who have actually gone through this kind of stuff. I mean, but it's okay if we do it over here. Can you imagine Carlee Russell in Dubai lying about some shit? She would have been detained. She'd have been just like Sassy Trucker. She'd have been sitting beside Sassy Trucker. All in all, it's not a good idea to try to move in this motherfucker how you want and then believe that's supposed to be justified, especially when you get hit with a little dose of reality. And that's what happened in both of these situations. Reality. Dubai, be the who gonna check me, boo? Dubai, hold my beer. They're all rebellious. Some of that rebellious just doesn't work in other places. Petway Boy says mental issues. B Dubs are gangsters until the real gangster shows up. B Dub as a whole have behavior issues. Mm, Um, I I believe that. I get that. Man, Code TV, what's going on? He said, "What up, Kev? I told you, man. In these other countries, they not playing with these women. LOL. I lived abroad for 5 to 6 years. It's a no go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The thing is, one thing I do believe as to why these stories are circulating so much is because we wish some type of way is that these women will behave over here, if you know what I mean. They said B Dub has some humility. Imagine. Yeah, yeah. My suggestion is, black man, as you continue to see things like this continue to happen, is continue to push toward being the best version of yourselves. Continue and just laugh at shit like this because the sentiment being expressed in the chat is absolutely correct. We don't have to feel sorry for this. We don't have to have sympathy for this shit. I mean, about 20 years ago, maybe. I mean, that's cutting it real close. You talking about like right after BET Uncut? That's when the attitude started to descend. I would probably say 30 years ago. 30 years ago, we probably would have felt different. Would have felt a little bit more sympathy, but we're in 2023 at this point. Many things have many things have happened. Shannon B, what's up? We confuse rebel with defiance. Black women are not rebellious; they are defiant. There's a difference. Like, what is it that they have to be strong because we the man is weak? Is that what you're saying? Shoot, shoot. D Rock Den, thank you for the super chat. Did the black man allow B Dub's behavior to get out of control, or is it society's fault for her actions? I would have to say, when it boils down to it, it is human choice. Is a choice they made on their own. Um, I would say that it is the black man's fault to the extent of the existence of simps and you know defending and justifying their behavior from the standpoint of saying things like not all and calling the man who points the shit out incels and nerds and saying you're not getting laid, calling people gay, that kind of thing. So they get to hide behind this wall of shame and gaslighting for the people who are actually calling it out and, saying like, damn, this is some really stupid shit going on. This is some really stupid shit. Why would I want a female relative of mine to end up like these two? A liar and someone who can't keep her fucking mouth shut. But thanks for the super chat, D Rock Den. Much appreciated. It's an attitude started when Webby started spelling shit. Every time black men try to check bad behavior, black women call police. Black women easily get a black man kicked out of his home. Not up in here though. Shoot. Do what Dubai does. Throw their asses in jail for screaming in public. Well, our laws aren't set up over here in the United States like that. We had feminism, so feminism made sure that women didn't have to get thrown in jail for yelling in public, which I don't believe that there was any point in history where a woman was thrown in jail, in the United States at least, where a woman was thrown in jail for yelling in public. When in Dubai. Yeah, but let this be an example to young ladies, I would say. Tell a young woman you care about these two individuals right here. And how you don't want them to end up embarrassing themselves like these two. Whenever you go to another country and someone yells at you, let it go. Just let it go. Keep your mouth shut. You don't, especially if you don't know the customs of that country, because there are countries that treat men like they are the rulers of that particular land. And if you step out of pocket with those rulers, you will have to pay the penalty. So this high rise offering clarity. No, I'm saying defiance mean being disobedient. Rebel is to resist an establishment or governing body. Black women are not opposing any government regime or establishment. They're just rude. Yeah. Well, facts. In Nigeria, if a woman yells and insults a man and he slaps her, police wouldn't care. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, damn. Just saying, man. These places are built different. So what's the solution? What's the solution? To just tell the women of this country about these two stories so they can continue being the same sassy, loudmouth, rebellious, attitudinal, fucked up bitches they always are. Shoot. Because it's like this. The accountability belongs to them. The accountability does not belong to black men. It doesn't. Sorry. It's 2023. We should be past all of that. Respect and humility goes a long way. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, like we're not asking these women to hit the to bend the knee and hit the ground and praise every man that they see when walking over here in the states. We're not asking them to do that, but understand this: your mouth can get you in trouble in both of these situations. That's what their mouths did. The only women that even think about acting like that are the prostitutes and those types of women, not normal, regular women. Mm, shoot. Yeah. Now, let me ask y'all a question since we're on the subject. Do you think that this is an indictment of the attitude of the modern day B dub? Do you believe that do you believe that this is an indictment that these two cases will make us take a closer look at how Western black women move? Will these two cases make it harder to feel sorry for them? Or will nothing change as far as the mentality? Because you have to tackle the mentality first before anything. You say it does affect it. Does it affect it, or it doesn't confirm what we've been knowing this whole entire time? Say it is going global, and it's global. I rarely see feminine women of grace and class get attacked, and if they did, many black men would protect them. Yeah, that is one thing that you can guarantee 99.9% of the time. If black women let black men they love and care about, that love them and care about them, know that they're in trouble, those black men will protect her. That's one thing I can say about us. We do protect them like that. Even in cases where they don't deserve it. Their attitude is global now. Weather, what's going on? Thanks for the super chat. Thank you very much. Miss Andrea is global. Why are black men the only group of men who are either still don't know or simply refusing to acknowledge cough trick world airlines? Yeah, we have to teach our brothers, despite the amount of outside attacks that we receive, we still have to let brothers know, because information like that is being kept from brothers. Like how misandrous these broads can be. Um, many, I mean, if they paid attention like I paid attention, hell, it was women in my family that were even saying stuff that would suggest that there was some type of spitefulness toward men. Men take pride in protecting women and children. I always got respected for it. These days, it's expected by default without any respect. Yeah, like you're just supposed to do it. It puts their behavior on a global scale for everyone to see and observe, so they can't see it's just us seeing this. When everybody outside the culture says it, it's got to be married to it. Well, sad but true that we are admitting as a group of men that our influence is not that great. And that's not based on any semblance of weakness. It's just based on how we're viewed as a group of men, based on ethnicity and gender itself. So um, yeah, that's their confirmation that these motherfuckers are like this too. It's global, black men. Please at least act aware of the world around you. Agreed. RPM agrees as well. Yeah. So, all right. So, well, let me promote the smoke show at this time tomorrow. This time tomorrow night, we'll be engrossed in some smoking. Yeah. Smoke show tomorrow night. I will be giving my perspective on the sudden attack from the amazing Lucas onto this space directly. Um, and we'll be getting more into that tomorrow night. I cannot wait because the amazing Lucas is a content creator that I've been observant for quite some time. And just I don't know. I believe that certain content creators might be approaching this the wrong way, but um, we shall see what my perspective is to tomorrow evening, or hey, this evening, later on this evening, because it's Sunday. So read some of these comments. There are African nations and Middle Eastern nations that don't show any Medea films because they don't want their men get henpecked like us in America. The thing is, Kev, that nobody else sees how they act when in fact the world is watching and critiquing them as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Smoke Show Sunday is in full effect tomorrow night. Come by and get it off your chest. Yeah, well, man, just with the Smoke Show, there hasn't really been anyone that has showed up to the show yet to address the grievances that they have with the space and with this channel right here. So, maybe it's just that I'm maybe not that controversial. Is there any point to on discussing that clown? He got slow roasted all week. LOL. Um, yeah, I have to address it because if I'm going to be a member of the space that he is referring to as Bussy, I mean, it's very easily a smoke show title. It is a smoke show subject because that's what he's been claiming that he's been giving us all week anyway. The amazing Flucus, the amazing Mucus. I call Lucas the lost member of Authentic Alphas uh, with rainbows, but admittedly, he made some valid points about the space. Yeah, thanks for the super chat. Um, he makes valid points. He's not a dummy, I would say. He's not a dummy, but um, the thing that I'm gonna address is okay. The thing is not it's not one or two content creators that represent the space. So why are you using the word bussy? Are you fucking kidding me with the bussy shit? So I mean, I think we should reserve the right to ask the man who the fuck he talking to. So that's just that's just what it is. But thank you for the super chat. We perhaps shouldn't dismiss Lucas yet. No, I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm not making a broadcast just to insult him. As much as many insults that he's flung at us, I'm not going to necessarily use that approach. It's not a way for me to try to sit there and break contact and say, "Oh, it's okay. All of us are not hostiles." No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like wh- what I've been saying. I will be myself in this. It's not going to be fuck Lucas. God damn it. It's not going to be that. Bro, a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay, thank you for the super chat once again. By the way, love Fantastic Kev. Fantastic is losing his punch because he gets bodied every time he pulls up on panels now. Lucas did body him. He said he got bodied. Yeah, but yeah, thanks once again for the super chat. I really appreciate it. You know, but it's what people can people can say what they want to say. I get it. People can talk how they want to talk. I get it. But we all come up here knowing that if we say something a little bit too crazy or a little bit too far fetched for people's ears, that there may be some pushback on it. He uses the same kind of you know, he pretty much says what everyone else says. All they do is talk about women. They have an extreme hatred for women, blah blah blah. These guys are bussy. I mean, I'll explain. I'll get so more so in depth with it tomorrow night. I know it's just been a thing. Man said Fantastic getting body like Taz on panels now. That's not the Fantastic from 2019, 2020. Mm. Yeah, yeah, I'm cool with Fantastic too, man. But I'm just I would say that I didn't watch Lucas's entire stream that night. See, I'm listening like why even go up and try to debate Lucas on his own stuff? It was 5 against 1. Yeah. The way I saw that panel was it was I don't know. I'm just not a person that needs people's advice on women. I would say that. I don't need your advice on women. I'm not gonna argue with you on why you calling me a bussy, shit like that. And then these fake ass niggas that be in this space all the time trying to portray themselves as another way when they get on a bigger platform such as Lucas's. But all right, Aaron Peters, what's going on? What's up? Aaron Peters, member of this channel along with Greg and D Scott. So you now, if you would like, you can become a member of this channel. Yeah, I am, but like I was saying about that panel, like what I did catch, when Lucas was going on his 9-hour tirade of visiting BGS's panel and seemingly having been BGS had the effect on Lucas that you know he's had on pretty much many people in this space. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, how would y'all use this story? Back on topic. How would y'all use this story right here of the sassy trucker and Carlee Russell, the woman who cried wolf, the woman that pulled a juicy smoothie without the two Africans? What up, Chaos Rain? What's going on? Shit. See, I just put that link down there for anybody that wanted to come up real quick. If not, I go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah, but I'll say this. I'll say this much. As a dad with a daughter, I would not want my daughter to grow up and be like Carlee Russell and this sassy trucker chick Tierra Allen. Sure, I will want her to see the world and have a good time, but at the same time, I don't want her to. I don't want her to yell at folks and then be detained for months and months. But at the same time,
Hold
I
on.
don't want her
Let me
to.
do this. Give me a second.
What up, Chaos Rain?
All right. That should sound loud and clear now. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Oh yes. Sassy trucker. Everybody's been talking about this for some time now. I have nothing really to say about this bitch. To be honest with you. Next. Personally, that person. I'm surprised anybody else that been talking about this. I will eventually cover it, but But overall, she's gonna do time jail, and that's that. Should black men really lose sleep over this? Should black women really care at this point? We've seen the videos. We've seen a lot of unusual activity from this chick. And you want black men to go out the limb to say, it's okay, she could run her fucking mouth to Arab men or what they consider their desired choice. It's cool. It's all fun and games.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, I'm looking on YouTube. She has a channel on YouTube. She has a 43K
Yeah,
channel.
she has like a big phone. She has like almost 50K subscribers.
Yeah, because she thick.
They said she's fake.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but anyway, what about the Carlee Russell situation?
I have no idea what to talk about in that one personally. I mean, um, it's embarrassing. And I had this conversation with another lady content creator. She invested time into this, and I see why very few black women, if they're talking about this, Kev, it makes sense they had to keep putting black men under the bus, the scapegoat of things, because these fucking females to understand these other women are grifters. They're using your pain and suffering, regardless of what they view what the black master is doing. You're doing this double, triple times, and you've been doing it from the start, chicks. So when black men had to sit there vet and then talk their frustrations, it should be an issue because you've been hogging the fucking mic for decades. This is what we're talking about entitlement, Kev. Selfishness. If black men talk about black women a certain way, they're talking about in their heart because it's bullshit out here. And it's something that not we don't like as men, but in generally, you have to do much better as a woman. To and contemplate because other women are engaged in this behavior that is cool behavior, it lets me know saying you've been ratchet from the start. and you want to continue this chaos, this real chaos going in regards to how they behave towards other groups of people, including within their own group. And yes, there are above approach, bro. Because what's the term they like to say? Who's gonna check me, boo? And one thing I did say this, and I remember I was watching a video and I shared this on my page on YouTube. And make sure you guys check it out my channel, and y'all want to subscribe. That's cool. This one chick, I don't know if you ever talked about this or covered this, and I shared it too on Facebook, right? How one chick was taking money from her husband. I think they're married. I believe they're married. An amount of over thousands and thousands of dollars. It's not like small, and she making her own account and putting it in her account, right? You remember that, Kev?
Yeah.
That video?
Yeah. Go ahead. Keep explaining.
All right. Many years therapists are needed to both. Yeah. One thing I find it very ironic, bro, is when a woman will sit there, look you dead in your face, and say, "So what you gonna do about it?"
Well, that's what Sassy Trucker did in Dubai. So what you gonna do about it? And they were gonna be like, we're gonna show you what we're gonna do about it. Lock your ass up.
Every picture you see her, she's squeezing her breast thing. And I said, look at me. Does she got OnlyFans? This bitch got OnlyFans? I bet she does got OnlyFans.
She probably do, man. But
anybody in chat room could double verify this bitch got OnlyFans. I think most of these chicks that social media critics now, they got pure OnlyFans showing their bodies, showing them playing with roses and stuff, playing with their coochie and stuff. Do a lot of debauchery for some simps to sit there spend $5 or $10 a subscription to see them play with their coochie. It astounds me that you'll spend money just to see a woman engage in degeneracy. I don't get it. I mean, it's not good enough that you sit there watch the internet for free. Well, allegedly free. But now you say it's not good enough. Now you see got these women that said they're live in effect and say, pay me. You pay me, please. I will spread it wide eagle for you. Yeah. You said something? You said something? Sorry.
No. I was chuckling.
Yeah, spread it wide eagle for me. Spread it like you know how the dudes say it best, say bust it wide or spread it wide for a nigga, Pop that thing up. Beep. I did enough cussing, so okay. Pop it, baby. I'm going to start selling feet pictures, money. Yeah, even they said it's selling their pictures of their feet, their rusty feet, right? And dudes will be paying for it. It tells you how they condition the male population here in the West to be, sex deprived and biggest simps. That's why you look at the Omar Johnson or any of these other black so-called alleged celebrities, they gotta keep wagging the finger at men because they need this money train going.
Hey, Weather said Weather said what Sassy Trucker channel is called The Sassy Trucker.
Yeah. I look at this bitch is violent, bro. I ain't gonna lie. She's very violent. Yeah. I said, if you don't got no good pussy, you can't be violent. if you're touching the age of almost hitting 30, which she is born in 1994, she's one of the last of the millennials, mind you. That her time is done. You do time in prison in Dubai. By the time you come out, you are gonna slam the wall. Guarantee. And after that, you're gonna come out. The first you come out of jail, out of prison in Dubai, you're gonna be rushing to come back in the States and get knocked up within a minute notice.
I mean, if she survives, man.
She's gonna survive. Her mouth can't really say her as far as we see it. But let me tell you something. Black women get very humble. Let's fuck that. Modern women will get humble once they know they gotta do time in jail. They're gonna be surrounded by what's the average? Women because they have women's prison, right? Hopefully. Now, if they're locked in with the men, nigga, they about to get their backs blown out every chance they get.
Well, hopefully it's not against their will, because that's wrong.
Well, listen. In the Arab country, you must serve Allah. And if you're proven unjust, they're gonna give you the wrath of God, where they're gonna do two things: either take the sword, or they're going, give you enough poundings in your vaginal area, you know. And trust me, the Muslim dudes, they're gonna be shitting on her if they're not doing it right. Cause I always question a lot of sisters or any woman that take a lot of trips to Dubai. That's the way have fun. No, you take a trips to get piss and shit. And your other sisters have been spilling the tea. Don't lie to me, bitch. You're down there to get some money, but in order to take this money, this Arab money, this real Arab money, you gotta assume the position, get pissed and shit on.
God damn.
And trust in the Arabs, they get turned on really, defecating on women that's not one of their own on the average. I don't know why that is, but they sow the world oats. Hell, look at Myron. Myron is Sudanese, so he's partial Arab. I bet you when it's all said that he's gonna go back home, he has a wife ready for him. He's gonna get married, but by then he's gonna sit there, slot out, and fuck a lot of American women. And he's gonna fuck a lot of black women. He had one scandal with one of them chicks, and I'm not sure if she really carried a kid. All he knows is that you're gonna be spending money, so he's gonna be possibly tricking. He's gonna have his fun. He's gonna sow his real world oats. Then after all said and done, he's gonna go back home and get himself a wife. And they're gonna come back here and talk shit about Western women while engage in sexual debauchery with Western women. Ain't that something?
Yeah, well, Weather said, yeah, OG, she can get it. Thank you for the super chat. But Chaos, I'm about to go ahead and
all right
wrap this up. You got anything else you want to say before shut it down?
No, that's good enough, man. Wait, Chaos sounds like the Boston Stranger right now. Straight up, no.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know who that is. Who's Boston the Strangler? I don't know what the fuck that is.
Okay. All right. Well, listen up, guys. This should be viewed as a cautionary tale for women or prospective women who plan to travel abroad and think that popping their neck and yelling and having an attitude is going to get them far in many places. It will get them far in America, but places like Dubai, nah, they just get you in a jail cell. Um, and Carlee Russell is lucky that she's not in Dubai right now because they'd have found a way to lock her ass up too. But there's no penalty for lying over here. I mean, many women, as a matter of fact, have gotten away with telling some very damaging lies.
They damage a lot of men's lives. You think about it with these lies, and they get no repercussions. Now, let me ask you a question, important question, Kev. I know you wind this down. Yeah. Do you think that a woman in another country, first world or even a third world country, could sit there tell a lie on a man, and it's proven evident if they were lying that they're not going to suffer the repercussions?
In another country, yeah, they probably suffer some repercussions for that. It probably wouldn't even get as far. It probably wouldn't even get that far. Actually, they'll probably stop the lie in its track from persisting anyway. Okay. That is a woman. Get the fuck out of here. Go wash some dishes, some shit.
I tell you, man, American women have it easy in America. My advice, if you're gonna venture out, I would have to, put some thought into it. Personally, if you got that mouth, don't take your ass out of America. Stay your ass here. Enjoy the rewards, reap the benefits of America while it still lasts.
Or just learn how to move in somebody's motherfucking place, because the same luxuries you get over here, you ain't gonna get everywhere else. Keep your goddamn mouth shut and put a break on the attitude. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. As usual, many of you have, but to the replay gang and to people in here, do not leave here without at least pressing like on your way out or on your way in. So anyway, to the sensible, special, genuine women out there. Hopefully you ain't like these two bitches right here. So
Hmm.
anyway, that's it for now. Thank you very much for once again being attentive of this broadcast. I am Kev. Long live the habitual line steppers and Kev we trust. And when you don't give up, you win. Um, Peace out.